Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. My name is Tiana, and welcome back to another episode of From the Field to the Track. And today, I'm not joined by my co-host and best friend. Today, I am joined by a very, very special guest. I am joined by the one, the only Hamda AlQuibaisi. Hamda, how are you today?
Very good, thank you.
That's good. That's always good. So I wanted to talk to Hamda. Obviously, she's a very famous junior racing driver, especially having racing in Formula One Academy in its inaugural season. So Hamda, would you be able to give us a bit of an elevator pitch and a bit of a summary of who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Hamda AlQuibaisi. I started racing at the age of 12 in karting. I'm one of the first female Emirati drivers, alongside my sister Amna, who you might have heard of as well. And yeah, I started in single seaters 4 years ago in Formula 4. And from there, I jumped into a FRECA as well. We've done really good achievements, and we're able to build on that and get into F1 Academy as well. And yeah, last year I was able to finish top three in the championship, which was a really good result for me. And now in our second season in F1 Academy again, supported by Red Bull this time.
Yeah, you've done what? Honestly, I started watching Formula One in 2021, and I started learning about junior series and stuff in 2022 and stuff. And you were one of the first drivers I knew, and honestly, it's genuinely I'm so starstruck to have you on the podcast. But that's all of
Thank
that
you.
aside. But like you said, over the course of the first season, the inaugural season of F1 Academy, you had the chance to do some pretty amazing things. And in my mind, one of the standout moments from the 2023 season was winning in Valencia only 75 days after breaking your wrist and radius in a crash. Can you explain to me and just everyone how you were feeling after breaking your wrist, and then obviously how sweet that victory felt after winning?
Yes, good you reminded me. I actually completely forgot to mention about the injury that I had. It was a big one. It was one that I actually I didn't think I would recover from so quickly. And yeah, I was told it would take me 4 months to get back in the car, but I was back already only 6 weeks after, and
Yeah.
not driving fully with the arm, but only 70%. And yeah, it was a really long, tough journey. I would say one of the toughest journeys I've ever had. And yeah, to be able to actually win in Valencia after that, considering that in Austria actually I could have won already, it was already a big thing for me because I had a lot of bad luck there, but I was really
Yeah.
close to the win at the end. And yeah, I was able to do it in Valencia and maximize our potential. And even throughout the season, I was really happy with how things went. So so yeah, it
Yeah.
was a tough journey, and I'm glad to be able to recover from it, and I'm sure it's something that I'll always remember.
Yeah, yeah. Why always? You remember your first wins, obviously, and obviously your first win in F1 Academy has to be one of the most special first wins of anyone I can think of. Another major talking point out of the F1 Academy season was the lack of streaming services for people around the world to be able to watch it live. Obviously, we could watch the races after they had finished, and they were live updates, but we could not watch it live like we could with say other junior categories like Formula 2, Formula 3, and FRECA, other categories you have raced in. However, in Austin, we got the rights to stream the first ever F1 Academy race, and that would have been so sweet for you because you got to win race 2. And I just wanted to know, what was your thoughts on the importance of F1 Academy being able to stream, and fans of Formula 1 and just anything really in motorsports to be able to watch F1 Academy live?
Yeah, I think it's really important because people got interested to begin with, and if it wasn't streamed, it was really difficult for them then to keep up with the drivers to understand, what they went through exactly. Because some people would say, "Oh, well, why did you get this result?" But they wouldn't know exactly what happened in the race, only because the highlights also didn't really show as much as what the race actually showed. So it was nice
Yeah.
that they finally streamed it in Austin, and this year it's gonna be all streamed. So yeah, it's a big step that they've done, and it helps the fans feel more connected with the drivers. It's something that's really important for us. So I'm glad that they overcame it, and for this year, it's
Yeah.
fully streamed. Yeah.
So true. And also, what were your really your thoughts on when F1 Academy was introduced? What was your initial thoughts, and what do you think is good that the FIA have introduced F1 Academy, and especially having a major push to get females into motorsport, and especially one day getting a full-time female driver in Formula 1?
Yeah, honestly, after my season in Freka, I really struggled in terms of budget and my family like they support me in racing, but it was really difficult to keep up with how much money I needed to spend for it, and yeah, it was getting really difficult to maintain. And F1 Academy
Hmm.
came by as like a lifesaver because I didn't really know what I was gonna do, and yeah,
Yeah.
it helped me a lot because the cost was low, and at the same time we went to a lot of tracks. We had a lot of track time, so it was really important for me, and it was something that I needed. I needed track time. I needed to be there all the time. So yeah, and I think especially like this year, also more track time is involved, and they're doing things also in karting for female drivers,
Hmm.
and to have F1 teams involved as well. It's a really really big step, and it's important for female drivers. Hear me now. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so even in karting, it's much better now. So, yeah, it's just an amazing step that they're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I think we need more. We need more females in the F1 panic, and it would be amazing to one day see a full-time F1 driver who is a female. And like
Yeah,
you've mentioned
exactly.
before, you mentioned your sister, and while I was doing I was trying to do some research to ask you some questions. I found out that you and your sister were both featured on the Forbes Middle East 30 under 30 list. How was that? Obviously, I can't imagine being featured on that list, especially at your age as well, both of you. How did that feel, and how does it feel to know that you're racing alongside your sister, especially now that you're teammates?
Yeah, for the 30 under 30, I actually didn't know I was gonna be part of it, and I found it on. I was just scrolling, and I found it on the paper. I was like, oh, I'm part of it. It's something shocking to me, but yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
to be noticed by them, and especially alongside my sister. We've been racing together in karting and through Formula as well, like for a really long time, and she's the main reason why I got into the sport as well. So it's nice to share this passion with her, and now being
Mhm.
teammates for 2 seasons in a
Yeah.
row, it's nice for us. We get along really well, and we help each other on track, so it's really good.
Yeah, and it's always good at least like going into I can't imagine how it would be just going into like a brand new setting, especially in F1 Academy. Brand new thing, everyone is new, you're all kind of in the same boat, but then at least you have like your sister to know like if anything goes wrong, I have my sister. She's by my
Yeah,
side no matter what. That's always
exactly,
good.
exactly. Yeah.
But not only are you and your sister both a part of the same F1 Academy team, you are also, like you mentioned, signed to the Red Bull Junior Academy from 2024 onwards. It is honestly one of the most amazing things. It was like probably like early in the morning Australia time, and I woke up to see it, and I was like, this is amazing. And so do you can you shed any light on how this happened and how important you think it is, in your opinion, to be sponsored by like a team by Red Bull? Obviously, you've talked about the costs and how hard it is to even be in like a junior Formula series.
Yeah, I think, especially getting the call, it was around July last year. And the announcement of F1 teams being involved wasn't even out yet. And I was really shocked to even get the call. And yeah, it was really special because I didn't think I would be presented by the contract right away, right there. So yeah, it's something really special for me, and I've never been noticed by an F1 team, so to finally be part of it and to see how much preparation they put into it with the sim, with the physical training, mental training, they give us all the support we need, and it's something I never had in the past seasons. So yeah, I'm really happy that F1 Academy pushed for that, and yeah, we're getting a lot more support and a lot of things that we need that other junior Formula drivers do get, and female drivers, are getting it now. So the results can come with this. So we're happy about it.
Yeah. That's always good. Yeah, like I think obviously we've always heard the stories of people having to drop out of junior formula series because they can't afford it. And I always think it's harder for females to be recognized, as like I've heard several drivers say like there's only a smaller number of women getting in, but now it's the number of women has grown exponentially, and it's going to be easier for drivers and female drivers to get noticed, sorry, and by teams like Red Bull. And I think it's a really good step forward. And I like you said, it is amazing that F1 Academy actually pushed to get F1 teams a part of like F1 Academy and have them mandatory have a driver in that series. So it's absolutely amazing for
Yeah.
that, and I love that. So I just have some quick fire questions for you now.
hmm
So, what is your all-time favorite track that you have raced at?
Well, I haven't raced at it yet, but Jeddah would be for sure was amazing.
Hmm.
Like the test that we had, I was shocked by the track. It's really, really amazing. So it's one of my favorites for sure.
That's good. Sorry, I went to Taylor
No
Swift last
problem.
night, so my voice is kind of gone. Um, what is the favorite team that you have been a part of, like over the course of your career?
I think for sure I would say MP right now. I have a really good relation with them and we work really well together and they're like a family and anything I need they really help me and support me. So for sure MP Motorsport, yeah.
That's always good. And what is your most memorable, your most memorable race win?
I would say probably Valencia. Yeah, after I had the injury and yeah, that
Yeah,
first win it was special to me. Yeah.
I can imagine. Like I said, I think your first wins are always memorable, but your first win, I think, is a little bit more memorable.
Yeah.
So, so now normally this is where my co-host steps in. It's the
Hmm.
kind of the where we wrap up the segment, wrap up the podcast, but it is called the
Hmm.
drive of your life. So
Okay.
I will take it over. I will take it over for her. So welcome to the drive of your life. We take lots of drives in our lives, but none more important than the F1 Academy drivers. We essentially ask you a question, just put you in a situation, and then we ask you any driver, past or present, which driver you would want to fulfill the scenario with you. So
Hmm.
today's drive of your life question is: what driver from the 2023/2024 F1 Academy grid would you like to take on a hot lap? So you're driving them around any track of your choice.
Probably Emily. She's fun to be around. So take her.
Yeah. Did she get scared easily?
Yeah, she's not scared. Actually, she's really like risky, but she's fun to be around. So,
That's always good. Do you have a track in mind that you would like take her on a hot lap for, or like ideally?
probably Monaco. That would be fun.
Yeah, I can imagine that. That would be
Yeah,
so fun.
yeah.
But we've come to the end of the episode, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you for Hamda for joining us. And obviously, you can check out the entire season of F1 Academy this year, but it's always before F1 Academy races, and you're racing at some pretty cool tracks this year. So, once again, a huge thank you to Hamda for joining us, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.